Ever since moving back to the East Coast 8 months ago, I'd been thinking about how much I wanted to visit a lighthouse. I spent my childhood living a few miles from the Jersey Shore, but I had never been inside a lighthouse. So on this mild winter Sunday, I decided that even though it was already afternoon, and I should have left hours earlier, I couldn't wait any longer. I needed to drive to the coast. Well, I started this trip a little bit later in the day than I normally would, so I'm just gonna eat a few bites of this food here in my car and then head to my destination. Tempeh ranch wrap. That wrap is really good. I ate half of it so that I have energy for what I'm about to go do. Now let's roll. At this point, I pulled up the directions to the lighthouse and realized that it was closing at 3 o'clock and not at 4 like I'd thought. It was about 2:30 and my ETA was a few minutes before 3. For a moment, I thought about just not bothering. But I'd come this far and maybe I could still make it. And maybe they weren't strict about the closing time. And maybe it would be worth it just to see the ocean either way. My mind made up, I hit the gas and began a race against time to the northern end of Long Beach Island. Never exceeding the speed limit, of course. When I finally approached the lighthouse, there were a couple of other women there, but they pretty much just looked inside and then left. I started to go up the stairs, but I came back down again because I was afraid the guy working there would get mad at me for going up as he was trying to close for the day. He saw me come right back down and said that was quick, and I said I was afraid it might be too late to go up. But he told me to go ahead up and take my time, and asked if before I came back down I would close the door at the top that was held open by a chain, and of course I said I would. So, entrusted with this important task, I began my ascent. Feeling rejuvenated, I shut the door and headed back down to Earth. The lighthouse attendant thanked me again for locking up. Apparently I'd spared him a 5th trip to the top that day. Plus, I'd gotten to climb a lighthouse for the first time with the place all to myself. So I guess I'd arrived here at the perfect time after all.
Holy shit, look at the size of that seagull. It's like as big as a cat.